Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're in the Radical SR10 for the first time, driving at Laguna Seca for a track guide. This was done with the fixed setup, which is the same setup used in the Radical series, and it was also done with a track temp of 26 degrees Celsius. No further delay, let's get into the guide. For turn 1 I brake at the foreboard on the right. My peak brake pressure is around 75%. I take a double apex here and use second gear. I trail off the brake very quickly to balance the car, and trail brake to the first sausage curb and get back on throttle just before the second curb. I avoid the red sausage curbs on the insides of both the apexes, and when you get back on throttle you have to be very smooth because there is no TC in this car, so you can spin very easily. Here I brake just before the 2 board and use third gear. I turn in the end of the curb on the left and I trail brake to the apex, avoiding the sausage curb. I get back on throttle just before the red curb and use all of the curb on the exit. Avoid the gravel as due to the update it slows the car down much more than before. For the fast right hander I keep the car in 4th gear and trail brake slightly just after the 2 board. I turn in at the end of the entry curb and get back on throttle at the sausage curb on the inside. For this left-hander, I brake at the 3 board and use third gear. My peak brake pressure is around 70% and I trail brake to the apex. I aim to apex just after the sausage curb on the inside and get back on throttle at the end of the curb. You can get back on throttle very early in this corner as it's cambered towards the inside. I use the curb on the exit as well to carry more speed. In my opinion, this is the most difficult corner on the track. I brake at the 2 board and use 4th gear. It's very important to avoid the red curb on the inside as it will throw you off into the gravel on the exit. I turn in at the white line and get back on throttle just before the apex to carry speed up the hill. For the corkscrew I brake just before the crest and use second gear. As I get over the crest I lift off the brake slightly to not lock up, and I turn in just after the 2 board. You can cut all of the left and none of the right. Be careful when coming back on throttle when you're going over the crest, as the car loses grip and it's easy to spin going down here. For this left-hander I lift in 4th gear just after the start of the curb on the right, and I trail brake very slightly when I get to the apex. I get back on throttle just before the apex, and the car understeers a lot here, so be careful. For the penultimate corner I brake at the 2 board and use third gear. My peak brake pressure is around 50% and I get back on throttle just before the curb on the inside. You can use all of the curb on the exit, but make sure you don't run wide into the gravel for the reasons stated earlier. For the final corner I brake at the 2 boards and use the curb on the entry. I use second gear and I try to get a late apex to get a better exit onto the start finish straight. I get back on throttle gradually after the apex to avoid wheel spin, and the track limit on the exit is the blue and white curb here. So that was a lap of Laguna Seca. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also now become a channel member if you so wish. Any support is greatly appreciated. I'll now leave you the hot laps to the end of the video.